Shorekeeper is an incredible support in Wuthering waves, and especially so for FTP and newer players. She's the first limited time pure support 5-star, she is a low investment character, and she provides the most wanted stat in the game, crit rate. And this video is going to show you how to build the best possible Shorekeeper. You can also use this playlist on my channel called Shorekeeper Mastery that gives you the entire A to Z for Shorekeeper, from build optimizer, ascension materials, rotations, and more. There is one catch to this absolutely broken Shorekeeper kit: she has split scaling, and not just between two attributes, she has triple split scaling. Her buff scales on her energy regen, her damage is based on her attack except for one attack that scales on HP. Her healing also scales on HP, so I've worked out her optimal stat ratios and how to achieve them. The most important of the triple scaling is her energy regen. Shorekeeper requires 250 energy regen to provide the full 12.5% crit rate and 25% crit damage buff. Shorekeeper's main damage source is from her discernment intro skill that can only be triggered after she used her liberation. This is a guaranteed crit hit, and it is the only attack that scales on HP. And lastly, there is the fallacy of no return echo skill, which provides damage scaling on HP as well. So let's start with Shorekeeper's weapon. On screen now you can see the damage comparison when the 250% ER requirement is met. The best in slot is a massive jump from FTP weapons because it unlocks what I like to call Shorekeeper's endgame prime build. This type of build is basically an enthusiast build that requires hundreds of echo rolls to get the perfect substat values on your echoes, which allows you to use a different echo setup than a normal endgame build would. This weapon, Stellar Symphony, provides a scary 77% energy regen from its main stat and HP percent for Shorekeeper from its passive, with an attack boost for your team. The ultimate support weapon. If you don't have this weapon, your choices are between the Rectifier number 25 and Variation. Variation provides a smoother rotation, while Rectifier 25 provides a few percent more damage. This weapon again provides plenty of ER, which allows you to use the same echo setup as Stellar Symphony, which we will get to later. Rectifier 25 is also craftable. The Cosmic Ripples is a better choice than the 3-star weapon Rectifier of Voyager. Both these weapons provide some ER, and both require the same build setup to achieve the maximum buff. Any other weapon here requires a painful amount of echo rolling to get the right stats, so it's just not worthwhile. But you can check the results for yourself using the optimizer in the description. Alright, that sums up Shorekeeper's weapons. Let's talk about her best echo setup. And once again, this is for an endgame build, and I will cover her endgame prime build for her best in slot. If you are running Stellar Symphony, Variation, or Rectifier 25, then you should run a 5-piece rejuvenating glow with a 4-3-3-1-1 echo setup. Your 4-cost echo will be on crit damage, your 2 3-cost echoes will be on energy regen and spectra damage bonus, and both your 1-cost echoes will be on HP percent. If you are able to get an average of 10.6% energy regen across all 5 echoes using Stellar Symphony, then you can build her endgame prime build, which uses 2 spectra damage bonus echoes for her 3-cost instead. For your 4-cost echo, the fallacy of no return is better than the Balborn for damage, support, and helping Shorekeeper reach 250 energy regen, and this is required for Shorekeeper's endgame prime build. When it comes to substats, the most important is your energy regen. To maximize Shorekeeper's buff and efficiency, you need to reach that 250% mark. The next most important substat is HP. The discernment intro skill is guaranteed to crit and scales on HP, but if you have the fallacy equipped as well, you need HP to compensate for the non-crit hits, because Shorekeeper does have relatively low crit rate. The crit damage substat does provide a larger increase to Shorekeeper's intro damage, but overall it is less effective when accounted for with the fallacy damage. Liberation damage bonus, crit rate, and flat HP are other honorable mentions. If you want to maximize Shorekeeper's on-field damage, then use a 5-piece Celestial Light with the same echo setup. Again, you can double check everything you need to for your build using the optimizer in the description. Alright, let's go over Shorekeeper's talent or Forte priority. The main source of damage is her intro skill. This is where you will find that discernment intro skill that causes causes all the damage, so you should prioritize maximizing this first. Her Forte, basic attack and resonant skill can all be leveled at the same time. Leveling her liberation is only necessary if you want Shorekeeper to provide more healing. Her buff amounts are a set amount, so you do not need to increase her liberation level for that. And just an extra piece, her inherent skill called self-gravitation is very important for Shorekeeper's energy regen, for Rover, and if you have S1 and beyond for Shorekeeper. And speaking of sequences, there are no sequences that provide energy regen for Shorekeeper. S1 is the best place to stop for quality of life, as her intro skill will no longer end her domain created by her liberation. Her S2 is the best stopping point for maximizing her buff. The beginning Stellar Realm will now also provide a party-wide 40% attack bonus in addition to the healing. S3 is only great if you have her best installed weapon, and S4 is just not worthwhile. No one cares much about healing. S5 Shorekeeper is an interesting one as it increases the suck range of her kit. This is pretty important for waves of squishy enemies, which you'll only find at a challenging level in endgame content. Perhaps this is a sign that a new endgame mode with waves of enemies is coming, because against a boss this is again useless. A S6 Shorekeeper is a monster for her personal damage and the fallacy damage, but seeing as this game is still young, any HP scaling DPS is highly likely to power creep this. Finally, let's talk about Shorekeeper's team comps. Shorekeeper is a universal character for literally any team comp, no matter what attributes the team scales on. A crit rate and damage boost can improve Tauchi's output, Baiji's damage output, and any attack scaling character's output. Some notable mentions for sub DPS teams though are your fast concerto efficient characters, Sanhua, Jiji, and Yinlin. Spectre Rover is also great for an S1 DPS Shorekeeper, and Havoc Rover is great with S0 Shorekeeper. That is all for this guide. Don't forget the bolt optimizer in the description, and I will see you in the next video.